Ross Ryan approaches the ball, boots it from his own 35, and he booms it deep. That went into the end zone. It'll bounce to the back of the end zone and carry out, unreturnable. And the Ohio State offense coming off a season high of 317 yards rushing last week against Northwestern and a season high 5 rushing touchdowns will take possession of the ball at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, we mentioned in the pregame the wind is blowing from the south to the north.
Anthony Gonzalez wide right. Antonio Pittman the lone setback. 1st and 10, Ohio State at their own 20-yard line. Smith under Nick Mangold. He'll hand to Pittman coming right side, and Pittman in trouble. Thrown down inside the 15-yard line by defensive lineman Alan Branch, who makes a tackle behind the line on the first play of the game.
Well, that's one of the matchups that concerned Ohio State with their tight end blocking number 80, Alan Branch.
3rd and 14, Buckeyes at their own 16-yard line. Snap to Smith, drops back at his own 8. Looks left side, tosses that way for Holmes. Got it at the 32, and taken out of bounds by Morgan Trent, but Santonio Holmes picks up the first down on his 43rd catch of the year.
Yeah, good job by the offensive line. Plenty of pass protection that time. Michigan just bringing 4 guys. Ohio State's line picked it up. Troy standing back in the pocket confidently. Looks at Santonio Holmes really the whole time. Throws a nice pass, and number 4 comes up with it.
2nd and 8. Ohio State at their own 33. Pittman alone in the backfield. Smith under center, 2 wide to the right, single flanker left. Give to Pittman, straight ahead, 35. Pittman to the 40, still alive, gets to the 43 and should have a first down. Antonio Pittman, safety Jamar Adams with a stop, but Pittman, who's averaging 5.6 per carry, will move the chains.
Yeah, and he picks up on that average. Hey, that looked good coming through that hole. Again, Tyree in it, tight end that play. We're able to kind of button them up inside. Number 80, especially Alan Branch from Michigan, and we're able to run inside. I like the way Pittman's picking up his knees on that last play.
Santonio Holmes wide right. Pittman to the right of Troy Smith working out of the gun. Flag thrown as the screen. We'll go left side again. 45, 50. Again into Michigan territory. Take it down to the 43 of the Wolverines. It would be a first down. Dave Harris, linebacker, with a stop. But again, a penalty flag.
One of our interior people are tied in moving maybe.
On the nose guard.
Oh.
Penalty is declined. First down.
So again on the screen is able to push the ball all the way to the Michigan 42-yard line, securing a first down. 2nd and 9. Ohio State at Michigan's 41. Scoreless first quarter. Gannon Gonzalez wide left. Holmes wide right. Pittman single setback as Troy Smith will settle under center. Receives the ball. Hands to Pittman. Moving left side. 40 to the Michigan 35. To the 30 of the Wolverines, and he's taken down. Gaining another first down. Brandon Engelman, junior safety from Covington, Kentucky, and senior safety Willis Behringer from Toledo make the stop, but Pittman from Akron Buchtel High School gains another first down.
And he got a great block on the edge. Andre Tyree made up for that holding call he had earlier. He pinned Michigan inside. Pittman's able to cut outside that block and make a nice gain. Good job by the Buckeyes.
First down, Ohio State at the Michigan 30. Troy Smith in a shotgun all by himself on 3rd and 1. Near the Michigan 20, snap to Smith, back to throw. Looking left, throws left side, caught by Roy Hall inside the 15. Pushes his way inside the 10 and is taken out on the left sideline by Leon Hall and Brandon Engelman out of the Michigan secondary. Roy Hall with his 14th catch of the year, and the Buckeyes 1st and goal.
Yeah, Leon Hall, I think, fell asleep a little bit. The 5'11", 194 junior cornerback from Michigan just kind of fell asleep, forgot about Roy Hall. Roy Hall standing right on about the 10-yard line. He throws a ball to him. We're about the 14. He gets about 3 or 4 yards after that. And
2nd and goal, Ohio State at Michigan's 4. Smith, option play right side, steps up and gets to the end zone. Troy Smith, as he took the option play and beat Prescott Burgess into the end zone on a 4-yard run for Troy Smith, his 11th rushing touchdown of the year. And off the opening kickoff, Ohio State goes 80 yards and takes a 6-0 lead.
13-play, 80-yard drive, Paul, that took off 7 minutes almost off that clock. Six minutes and change off the clock. What a great opening drive for the Buckeyes, and the big house is getting a little quiet.
Yes, it is. Josh Houston on to attempt the extra point. Perfect in 39 PAT tries. Drew Norman snaps it. A.J. Trapasso puts it down. The kick by Houston is up, and it is no good. And it is the first missed PAT for Ohio State since the San Jose State game in 2002. Timeout on the field. Now Breston will shift wide to the left. And Chad Henne under center. Breston still motioning to the left side of the play. Henne back, flags thrown as he hands to Mike Hart going right side, and A.J. Hawk will throw Mike Hart down right around the 23-yard line. Senior linebacker from Centerville, Ohio. Bobby Carpenter immediately limping very noticeably after that play. Has to be helped off the field.
Illegal formation. Offense. Not enough men on the line of scrimmage. 5 yards. Repeat first down.
Well, that could be a big loss for Ohio State, although the penalty occurs against Michigan. But Bobby Carpenter limping in serious discomfort off the field.
The little animal comes in to replace him, James Laranitas.
So it will be 1st and 15. Steve Preston, Mario Manningham wide left. Tight end Tyler Eckert will set on the right side of the line. Mike Hurt at his tailback. 3rd and 6 Michigan at their own 24, down 6 points. Chad Henne under center. Eyes the defense, and Henne straight back to throw. Plants from his 16, throws on the left side. Caught by Manningham, who's knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line by Ashton Yabodi. But Manningham makes the catch that gives Michigan a first down. Down on the field to Jim Carsados.
Injury report on Bobby Carpenter, guys. They took the tape off his right ankle. That it seems to be where it is. He's in some pain, but they're going to go get a brace in the locker room, see if they can tape him back up.
All right, that sounds good. They'll need him out there.
Now, even on a gimpy ankle, it's tough to rush the quarterback and try to get on the edge, get on the side of your feet, as defensive coaches like to say.
Henne under center on 3rd and 10 for Michigan at the Ohio State 48. Sophomore Chad Henne now has Preston moving in motion from right to left. Henne with the ball, straight back to throw. Sets it as 42. Plants, fires right side, complete at the 45 of Ohio State to Manningham, who's taken out at the 36-yard line, and another first down. A.J. Hawk with a stop. Beg your pardon, it was Tim Massacoy, the tight end, who made the grab to give Michigan the first down. On the field to Jim Carsados.
Yeah, guys, I saw Bobby Carpenter walk into the locker room. He could not put much weight on that right ankle. Guys, I don't know. Doesn't look good for the Buckeye defense with Carpenter returning.
And doesn't look good for the defense right now with Michigan moving upfield and gaining another first down to the Ohio State 37-yard line. Manningham wide left, Hart alone in the backfield. 4th and 1 Michigan at the Ohio State 28-yard line. Chad Henne under his center, Adam Krause barking out the call, and Henne back to throw, looking right side, fires, incomplete at the 20, through for Jason Avant, covered by Ashton Yabodi, and Michigan gives it up on downs. Was it tipped?
I thought it might have been tipped a little bit by the defensive line. Don't know for sure, but risky call on 4th and 1.
And a timeout on the field. 6-0. Ohio State leads Michigan. 3:01 to play first quarter here in Ann Arbor. You're listening to the Ohio State Football Radio Network. Troy Smith in a shotgun. Pittman to his right. 3 wide right, single flanker left. And on 3rd and 1, ball back to Smith. Sets at the 30, looking to throw right side. Hits Ginn at the 41. Ted Ginn will go down at the 43 in the Ohio State side of the field in front of linebacker Dave Harris. But it is enough. Troy Smith to Ted Ginn for a Buckeye first down.
No, Nick Mangold just engulfed Gabe Watson, and that's a lot to engulf because he's 330 plus. You know, when they list him at 331, he's probably
he's more.
338, 340.
Oh, Smith in a shotgun. Antonio Pittman is to his right. Now Gonzalez will motion to the left. And Troy Smith with the ball. Fakes a handoff. Back to throw. Fires right side. And it is caught by Frost, the tight end. But he's dropped at the 32 by safety Brandon Engelman. So Ohio State will be unable to get the first down.
Won't get it, but we are in field goal range. It'd be about a 47-yard attempt. Coach Tressel now has to make a decision what he wants to do. And Josh
they're going to send him out.
Is coming out.
47 is the long of the year for Josh Houston. Drew Norman, the snapper. A.J. Trapasso, the holder. Trapasso will put it down at the 37. It's down. The kick by Houston for 47 yards. It's up toward the goalpost, and Josh Houston's got it. 47-yard field goal for Josh Houston. Ties his long of the season. And Ohio State's lead increases to 9-0 over Michigan. 12:49 to play. 2 wide to the right, single flanker to the left. Hart alone in the backfield for Chad Henne, who now steps away, possibly changing the play, is the Michigan quarterback Henne. Manningham motioning toward the line of scrimmage. Handoff Mike Hart running up the middle. And Hart stood up and stopped around the 22 by linebacker Anthony Schlegel, who just put his head in the hole and buried the running back. Hart single setback. 3rd and 16 Michigan at their own 24, but Ohio State with a 9-0 lead. Straight back to throw is Chad Henne, the quarterback. Dumps the screen left side, and the ball carrier dumped by A.J. Hawk. Inside the 20-yard line is Mike Hawk. Caught the ball and A.J. Hawk at the same time.
Yeah, he's trying to say, no, that was an incompletion because he went backwards. A.J. Hawk, where did you come from? Flying through the pitcher, tackles Hart. As soon as he catches that football, makes a nice stick. Buckeye defense stops him again.
Troy Smith in a shotgun. Maurice Wells in a tailback. He's to the right of Smith. 2 receivers wide each direction. A handoff Maurice Wells slipping up the middle and cut down. Football loose, and Michigan may have it. And it is Gabe Watson who comes up with a football. Senior defensive lineman from Novi, Michigan. Strips the football away from Maurice Wells and gives Michigan the ball in a short field.
Yeah, tough break there for Ohio State. Defense got some momentum there with that big stop on the last go around. Here Wells running right through the middle of the defense. 78 does a good job. Gabe Watson is stripping him and recovers the ball too.
So the Wolverines down 9-0. Chad Henne again calling a change of a play at the line of scrimmage. Motion by Breston from left to right. Henny with the ball, straight back to pass. Looking, tosses right side. Caught by Breston to the 25, where he's dropped right away. Will have enough for the first down. Steve Breston as Anthony Schlegel, senior linebacker, brings him down, but a fresh set of 4 for Michigan. Henny under center, Hart in the backfield. Manningham motioning wide to the right. Screen right side. Manningham's got it at the 16. Gets his way to the 10, to the 5, and Manningham taken down shy of the goal line by safety Dante Whitner, junior from Cleveland, and Manningham nearly juked his way into the end zone.
Yeah, he juked Ashton Yebote.
Henny under center, 3rd and 1, Michigan at Ohio State's 5. Breston motioning wide to the right. And Henny back to throw. Looks, throws in the end zone. Incomplete as it was thrown for Avant, and a flag thrown as Ashton Yebote was covering Jason Avant, and he interfered with it.
Yeah, that flag came in a hurry. No question about that. Ball was spotted about the 2-yard line.
Number 26. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
So Michigan 2 yards away from getting their first score of the day if they were able to do so.
Well, Buckeyes tried to get a stop there in that last play. Got a little bit too aggressive.
Now Paul motioning to the left. Henny under center. Back to throw is Henny. Lobs it left corner of the end zone for Avant. Got it. Touchdown. Jason Avant got behind Ashton Yebote. Chad Henny lobbed the ball to him in the left corner of the end zone. A 2-yard scoring pass. Jason Avant with his 8th touchdown catch of the year. Michigan on the board, trailing by 3.
Well, last series, Buckeyes defense left the field feeling pretty good about themselves. Forced Michigan into a 4th and 20, punted away. First play after that, Ohio State Maurice Wells fumbles. Michigan's offense back in the field, and they make some plays and get in the end zone.
Holmes wide right. Guillen and Gonzalez wide left. Smith under center, barks out the call, straight back to throw. Setting at the 14, looks, throws, finds Gonzalez. Left side at the 30, gets to the 34, first down. Anthony Gonzalez came off the left flank before linebacker Prescott Burgess and corner Grant Mason make the stop. Troy Smith calls for the ball. He's got it at the 30, fakes a handoff, rolls right side. Smith fakes the throw, runs it to the 35, gets to his own 40, to the 45, and out of bounds goes Troy Smith just past the Ohio State 45. Got out in front of corner Leon Hall, and the Michigan defense frozen by Troy Smith's mobility.
Yeah, he's able to freeze Morgan Trent, the cornerback, and also the defensive end, Alan Branch. Those two guys had him in their bead.
3rd and 9, Ohio State at their own 47. Troy Smith with the ball. Back of the 40, looking to throw, looking left, looking right. Troy Smith now rolling right side. Smith throws on a run upfield, and it's caught by Ginn out of bounds of the Michigan 30. Up the right side as Ted Ginn made the catch in front of Morgan Trent. An injured Ohio State player back near where the play started, but Ted Ginn gives the Buckeyes a first down on the catch from Troy Smith. Holmes wide left, Pittman to the backfield. Smith under center. And Smith barks out the call. Hands off Pittman. In trouble at first. Takes it wide to the right. 25-20. 15 is Pittman. Pittman gets taken down at the Michigan 12-yard line by corner Morgan Trent. First down Ohio State is Pittman, who appeared as though he was going to be boxed in. Tears off a nice one.
Yeah, we faked the reverse again to the left. Hand the ball off to Pittman to the right. And as you said, he tore through a couple defenders there. Michigan defenders able to get up the sideline. Thought he might have a shot at, Anthony Gonzalez was doing a good job working on his guy outside, but
A.J. Trapasso to put it down, and senior Josh Houston from Findlay to try a 25-yarder. Lines are set, ball down, and a kick by Houston is up toward the uprights, and Josh Houston got it. 3 more for Ohio State. And the Buckeyes' lead is increased with 23 seconds to play until halftime to 12-7. Well, the all clear has been sounded, and Josh Houston will jump into this ball to start the 3rd quarter. 12-7, Ohio State with the lead. And Houston's kickoff to Michigan will be fielded by Breston at the 1. Brings it up the right side, 10, and tripped up and stopped right around the 15-yard line. Rob Harley got in there to make the play.
Good job by Rob Harley. Put on scholarship this year because he does a great job on special teams.
Chad Henny shouting instructions at the line. Resets into his center. Henny with the ball. Hands Mike Hart moving straight up the middle, and James Laurinaitis jumped in and got him right around the 15-yard line.
Good play. Read that perfect. I tell you what, the kid's excited.
And on 3rd down, Henny barks out the call. Avant motioning on the right side of the play. Henny straight back to throw from the 9. Looks, rolls right side. Henny in trouble, hit while throwing, and he tosses an incompletion. A.J. Hawk was back there along with David Patterson to put the pressure on Chad Henny as he tossed it in the right flat, but that had no chance of being completed, and the Wolverines will have to punt from deep in their own end. Ryan at his own 2. Low snap, but he gets it knee high and gets the punt off from about the 6-yard line. Ross Ryan backing up as Ted Ginn for Ohio State. Catches it at his own 34. Fumbles, reclaims it. Fumbles it again. Ball is loose. Being chased, it's still loose. And it looks like Ginn may have gotten back on it for Ohio State.
Wow.
He may have. It is around the 26 of Ohio State where possession is a question.
Well, the back judge is
And
just
the
getting ready to
Buckeyes
call
have
it. Yeah, we got it.
Ted Ginn has been flirting dangerously with the ball. Darnell Hood was the player that came diving in from Michigan to nearly come up with a loaf. Pittman alone in the backfield. 2 wide to the right, single flanker left. Troy Smith under center. Michigan showing possibly a blitz. Smith straight back to throw. Sets it his 24. Looks, throws, ball comes out of his hand. It's loose and recovered by Michigan around the 20. Now are they going to call it incomplete? Lamar Woodley came in to knock it away. It's a fumble, and Woodley knocked it away. Coming up with the ball, Alan Branch for Michigan, as it was knocked out of Troy Smith's hand, and the Wolverines have the ball 20 yards away from the goal line.
And that's what Coach Stressel's telling the officials over there in the sideline, that, hey, his arm was moving forward. Woodley working against left tackle. Doug Daddish makes an inside move on him, goes through Rob Sims, and as Troy's throwing that football, it comes out.
Well, single receivers right and left. Now Avant motioning from right to left. Chad Henne, the quarterback, is under center, and Henne back to throw all the way back to his own 29, or to the Ohio State 29. Hits his tight end Massaquoi, left side of the 15. Massaquoi is dumped inside the 10 and taken down by safety Dante Whitner and corner Ashton Yabodi. Massaquoi with a catch, giving Michigan a 1st and goal inside the Ohio State 10.
Well, Buckeyes have had 3 fumbles today. Mo Wells, Ted Ginn, and this time Troy Smith lost 2 of them.
3rd and goal, Michigan at the Ohio State 10. Henne back under center with the ball, back to pass. Sets to the 18, throws middle of the field, over the head of Ecker and incomplete. Middle of the end zone. He was covered by A.J. Hawk, Tyler Ecker. Henne had to get rid of that with heat being put on by Quinn Pitcock. There is an injured Michigan player.
Left tackle,
Stenovich on the field. So a 27-yard field goal try by Garrett Rivas. Turner Booth over the football to snap it for Michigan. Everybody set at the line. Snap put down by Gutierrez, and the kick by Rivas is up toward the uprights, and Garrett Rivas puts 3 on for Michigan. So the Wolverines convert after a turnover and get 3 on the board. They trail Ohio State 12-10. Buckeyes with a lead over Michigan. 10:01 to play in the 3rd quarter. Smith in a shotgun. Pittman to his right. Troy Smith with the ball. Option play. Back to throw off of it to the 15. Tosses. Hits Frost at the 30. Taken down at his own 34 is Marcel Frost by linebacker Dave Harris. But Marcel Frost gains an Ohio State 1st down.
Well, I tell you what, he is a little bit more conventional, can make some plays. Picking up his 3rd catch of the game.
Kevin Grady alone in the backfield. Now motion by the tight end Ecker. And Henne under center. Straight back to throw. Sets to the 25. Tosses long on the left side. Avon knocked loose from the football on a big stick by safety Nate Sally at the 50-yard line. Nate Sally brought the wood and separated Jason Avant from the football up the left side of the field.
Flying through the air, making a play there. Nice job there by Nate Sally. Down on the sideline to J.K.
Henne under his center with the ball. Back to throw from the 24. Henne in trouble, and he goes down at the 25-yard line. And it was David Patterson, junior defensive end from Warrensville Heights, Ohio, getting his 4th sack of the year. And Ohio State's defense will force Michigan to punt.
They couldn't come at a better time. We needed the defense step up, make a play, and get a 3 and out. And they were able to get a stop there. Good job. Of course, I won the 3 and out. Michigan did pick up 1 first down, but we did get the stop.
They sure did.
Got to watch that sun.
Yes, you do. 12-10. Buckeyes a lead of just 2. Turner Booth snaps. Ross Ryan has it. Gets the punt off from his 16-yard line. This one sailing to Ted Ginn. Backing up. Catches it as 31. Loses it again. Ball inside the 20. Chased down by Santonio Holmes, who falls on it inside the 15-yard line. And it was Darnell Hood once again coming down to create havoc on Michigan special teams with help from Shakir Edwards. Ted Ginn struggling to catch that ball, but Santonio Holmes saves the possession.
Well, I don't even know if that is a fumble. You never really got it.
Even
That's
touched
kind of like a muff.
Yep. And Santonio Holmes just raced right after the football.
Ooh.
Looks like it did hit his hands, Jim. And Ohio State with the ball at their own 13.
Putting into a stiff breeze now.
Yes, he is. 4th and 4 down in distance. Snap comes from the Ohio State 19. Trapasso at his 5 has the ball. Gets the punt off from his 9, and it'll be a high short punt. Michigan should get this inside the 50. Bounces around the Ohio State 38 and goes out of bounds around the 36. Well, Trapasso hit it poorly. The wind did the rest. And Michigan will have the ball in a short field to work with. And Henne looking to throw. Tosses a screen right side. Caught Breston at the 40. Gets to Ohio State's 30. He's still alive. Stood up and stopped at the 28-yard line. Breston by cornerback Tyler Everett. Michigan should have another 1st down, or at least maybe a yard shy of it. Sophomore quarterback straight back to toss. Looks and throws right side. Is caught at the 20. Getting to the 15 is where the receiver Breston is dumped by linebacker A.J. Hawk. That should be another Michigan 1st down as Steve Breston has come to play. Ohio State showing possibly a blitz. Henne back to throw. Henne looks, fires right side in the end zone. Caught. Avant. Flag drop. Did he hang on to it? No, incomplete. Tyler Everett was covering Jason Avant. For a moment, it appeared he hung on to the ball, but he did not. But a penalty flag dropped, and Michigan's drive probably will continue.
Looks like defensive pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense, number 6. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
So Michigan knocking on the door. First and goal, Michigan at the Ohio State 2-yard line.
Michigan might have to call a timeout here. Play clock's at 10.
1:23, and Michigan on the third quarter clock hurries to the line. Offset eye, Henny under center. Hands off Grady. Right side wide open and into the end zone. Kevin Grady, touchdown.
We weren't ready.
His 5th of the year, and you're right, Jim. Ohio State caught off guard by Michigan, hurrying to the line of scrimmage. A 2-yard touchdown run by Kevin Grady gives Michigan their first lead of the day, 16-12. And Michigan will go for a 2-point conversion with 1:20 to play here in the third quarter. 2-point conversion try. Breaston motioning toward the line of scrimmage from the left. Back is Henny to pass. Stands through the pocket, takes off running right up the middle of the field, and he gets in the end zone. Chad Henne had everybody covered. Marcus Green had the last shot at him, but Chad Henne gets in the end zone for a 2-point conversion, and it is 18-12. Michigan leading Ohio State. Pittman in the backfield, Smith in a shotgun. And Troy Smith, option right side, back to throw off of it from a 41. Rolling, throwing, screen right side. Pittman to the 45 of Michigan, to the 40, and inside to the 37 of the Wolverines. Pittman on the screen pass. Cornerback Leon Hall stops him, but another first down for Ohio State. Again, wide right, Holmes wide left. Smith in a shotgun. Pittman is to his right. Crowd getting after it. Snap to Troy Smith, rolling right side, back to throw, look screen right side. Pittman got it, gets to the 30 and pushed out of bounds. Shy of the first down marker. Grant Mason, senior cornerback from Pontiac, Michigan, makes contact with Antonio Pittman, getting him short of the first down marker, and it looks like
4th and about 2, and it looks like Ohio State's going to go ahead and make the decision and kick it. Get a field goal here again.
But a 47-yard field goal try for Josh Houston. Lines are set. Ball put down. The kick by Houston. Up toward the uprights. Josh Houston's kick is no good. He's missed a PAT today. He misses this field goal. Kevin Grady returns a tailback. Henne under center on 4th and 1. Breaston motioning from right to left. Henne with the ball. Follows his center. Goes straight forward and should have the first down at the Michigan 40-yard line. Chad Henne as he followed Adam Krause, his center. And a new set of downs for the Wolverines. Avant and Manningham wide right. Grady alone in the backfield. Breaston motioning toward the line of scrimmage. Chad Henne under center. Back to toss. Sets it as 44. Looks, cranks, fires long on the right side for Manningham. And it is caught by Manningham at the 10. Covered by Mitchell, but Manningham makes the grab and gives Michigan a first and goal as Brandon Mitchell got his body turned around and couldn't make a play on the ball.
Well, Michigan's got no problem throwing in the wind deep.
No, sure don't.
They found Manningham. He comes up, makes a nice play. Henne throws it right on the spot. Slows down, makes a catch, first and goal.
Manningham and Breaston wide left. Avant wide right. Grady alone in the backfield. And Chad Henne under center on 3rd and goal. Michigan's Henne back to throw. Now takes off running right up the middle, and he's going to be hit and stopped right around the 3. Nate Sally, senior safety from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, also with Anthony Schlegel, stepping in there, stopped Chad Henne as he tried to score on a quarterback draw.
And they're going to kick it.
Yes, they are. Michigan will try a field goal to increase their 18-12 lead. This will be a 19-yard field goal try by Garrett Rivas. Ball snapped. It's put down. Rivas with a kick. It is up, and it's good. Garrett Rivas with a 19-yard field goal, and Michigan's lead with 7:49 to play in the fourth quarter has increased to 21-12 over Ohio State. So the Buckeyes got an awful lot of work to do, Jim. 1st and 10, Ohio State at their own 33. Troy Smith in a shotgun. Antonio Pittman to his right. 3-receiver package for Ohio State. Troy Smith fakes the handoff. Back to throw at the 24. Rolling right side, throws upfield. Got Gonzalez to the 50. To the Michigan 45. Gonzalez to the 40. First down. Troy Smith to Anthony Gonzalez. Safety Brandon Engelman with a stop for Michigan.
Well, big play there in the passing game. Again, we faked the run, faked the handoff to Pittman. That draws some of the defense towards Pittman. Troy pulls the ball out, finds Gonzalez deep down the field, and we convert.
Convert to the Michigan 40. Troy Smith working out of the shotgun. 3rd and 10 Buckeyes at the Wolverine 40. And Troy Smith with the ball back near midfield to toss. Rolling left side is Troy Smith. Resets, looks, fakes a pass. Running left side, Smith to the 40 of Michigan, 35. Back into the middle of the field to the 30 and taken down at Michigan's 26. Troy Smith gains the first down. Sean Crable finished the playoff defensively, Michigan's linebacker, but Troy Smith picks his way upfield for a first.
I'll tell you what, we needed somebody to step up and make a play there. Troy didn't see anybody open down the field. Decent pass protection, but didn't start breaking down. Troy does what he does so well. can make you pay if it does break down, and he rolls by and picks up a first.
Averaging 4.5 per carry coming into this game today, and he's already rushed for a touchdown, Troy Smith. Ohio State with the ball at Michigan's 26-yard line. 21-12. Buckeyes in the short end of the score, however. Under 7 to play in the game. Gonzalez wide right. Pittman and Holmes wide left. Smith in a shotgun. Again, a right side halfback. Snap to Smith, rolling right side, stops to throw, looks, tosses, got Holmes at the 6, to the end zone, Santonio Holmes. As he came off the left flank, a penalty flag will be thrown for Santonio Holmes diving into the end zone between 2 defenders. Prescott Burgess was defending him, but Troy Smith finds Santonio Holmes for 6.
Give me a break. If that is a penalty for excessive celebration, I'll cry.
That was a little
That
quick
is
on
unbelievable. He's got to get into the end zone. The
Unsportsmanlike conduct after the touchdown, number 7 on the offense.
7.
The touchdown is good. The 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Well, if it was on Ted Ginn, who was number 7, it was far away from the play, but the official who threw the flag was right in front of Santonio Holmes.
Yeah, you got the wrong number there.
Josh Houston with a point after. 6:40 to play, fourth quarter. Timeout on the field. Michigan 21, Ohio State 19. Timeout on the field. You're listening to the Ohio State Football Radio Network. Ball is at the Ohio State 20. Buckeyes trail 21-19. Houston approaches. And a low kick that's going to come down. Hit off of Will Paul, the fullback. Picks it up at the 28 for Michigan. Middle of the field to the 35, to the 40.
Fumble!
Loses a football. It's loose and on the ground around the 50. A big scramble for it. A big scramble for it. No signal by the officials.
They
point
signaled
Michigan's ball. As Nick Patterson threw his body in there to separate Will Paul from the ball, and the officials have already signaled that Michigan has the ball.
Steve Breaston came up with the number 15.
Well, that's what big-time players are for.
Well, they're going to have great field position.
Yes,
after all that. Ball's going to be spotted
at Michigan's own 48. Will Paul just got stripped of the football, and Steve Breaston immediately dug under there to come up with it.
That thing was loose a couple times.
Avant wide right. Grady alone in the backfield. Now Avant motioning to the left. Chad Henne, the Michigan quarterback, with the ball. Back to toss. Sets, looks, throws left side. Caught at the 48-yard line. Moving into Ohio State territory goes Breaston. Tackled to the 41 by Nate Sally and A.J. Hawk. Breaston gets Michigan near another first down.
Nice cut by Breaston. He cuts it back to the inside or to the middle of the field and picks up. If he would have cut back towards the sideline, we probably would have took him down.
Manningham wide right. No setback. And Chad Henne under center. Motion by Massey coming from left to right. And Henne back to throw. Fakes the screen. Tosses the screen left side to Bass. 40, 35, and he is taken down at Ohio State's 35 by defensive tackle Quinn Pitcock. Looks like this is going to be a 52-yard field goal try by Rivas. Gutierrez, it's a fake.
Pooch.
And it goes right to Rivas, and he punts it. That one will be caught out of bounds at around the 11 by Ohio State's Ashton Yabodi, who dropped back to catch it on the left side of the field of play. So the Buckeyes will have the ball trailing 21-19. They keep Michigan off the board. Stan White, Marcel Frost, tight ends on the left side of the line. Pittman at setback. Smith under center. Fakes a handoff. Rolls to the right. Troy Smith eludes a defender with a spin. Throws upfield. And he's got his receiver Ginn out of bounds at the 35. First down as Ted Ginn got by linebacker Prescott Burgess. But how about Troy Smith eluding defenders in the backfield?
Well, his first go-to is the tight end there, Stan White. He's trying to get him, like we've seen so many times before, on the little bootleg rollout, hit Stan White. Stan White was covered. No place to go. So Troy had to go to a second option. Down the field, Ted Ginn. He gets the completion and move the chains.
Ball at the Buckeye 34-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 for Ohio State. Pittman and Ginn wide right. Pittman and Holmes, wide right. Ginn and Gonzalez wide left. Smith in a shotgun by himself. Troy Smith rolling left side. Looks, tosses, got Ginn, who has it at the 40, and he's pushed out of bounds by Leon Hall at the left side of the field.
Inbounds.
They'll blow that ball right at about the Ohio State 39 or 40.
Good one-handed catch there by Ted again.
Keeps the clock moving, though.
Yeah, he didn't get out of bounds. Officials clearly indicated that right on the sideline. Of course, Lloyd will be working him on that sideline to make sure.
2:50 on the fourth quarter clock. 21-19, Michigan leading. Smith in a shotgun and 2 people to his right. Pittman and Ginn. Snap to Troy Smith. Settles at the 34. Hits Holmes left side, who falls at the 48-yard line, and he'll get the first down. Play was covered by Michigan's Grant Mason, cornerback. Troy Smith shotgun by himself. First down, Buckeyes at their own 48 as we near the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Smith with the ball. Quick toss. Holmes to Michigan's 44. Tackled at the 43. Santonio Holmes by linebacker Prescott Burgess and corner Grant Mason. 2nd and 5 Buckeyes at the Michigan 37 as we near 1 minute to play. Smith in a shotgun. Ginn and Pittman in the backfield with him. Snap to Troy Smith. Looks, fakes, now throws right side. Got by Holmes at the 30, and he goes down getting the first down. Grant Mason tried for a pick. fell by him. Holmes slow to get up. Buckeyes get the first down with a clock stop, 54 seconds left in the game.
Okay, I'm feeling good now, Paul.
First down, Ohio
Tell you,
State.
Troy, again, making some plays on this drive. He's almost perfect throwing this ball.
Ball at the Michigan 30. 21-19, Wolverines lead it. Ohio State first and 10 at Michigan's 30. Gonzalez wide right. Gannon Holmes wide left. Pittman in the backfield to the right of quarterback Troy Smith working out of the shotgun on first down. Snap to Smith. Back at the 38 looking to throw. Now Smith running, eludes a defender rolling right side. Throws long for Gonzalez. Got it at the 4 and he's tackled by Mason inside the 5. Anthony Gonzalez on the receiving end of a pass from Troy Smith. And with 37 seconds left, the Buckeyes are first and goal inside the 5 on an acrobatic catch by Anthony Gonzalez.
What about the play by Troy Smith?
Oh,
buying some extra time, getting away from traffic, throwing it down the field, and making the completion. Gonzalez, sure-handed, comes up with a catch. Great play by Troy Smith.
And Michigan takes a timeout. You know, there were weeks when Anthony Gonzalez was absent from the contributions, but he comes up with a gigantic catch, and Troy Smith,
Houdini-like,
shook away from Dave Harris, who's looking for part of his undergarments, and Anthony Gonzalez brought down inside the 5-yard line. And in this drive, Troy Smith has made some elusive moves to keep himself alive to throw the ball downfield.
And he's also thrown for a career high.
Wow.
300 yards throwing the football. He's never gone over 300.
Santonio Holmes, wide left. Antonio Pittman, single setback. Troy Smith under center. Smith with the football. Hands to Pittman. Left side, Pittman to the 1, to the end zone. Antonio Pittman as he bumped off a defender and curled into the end zone. And Ohio State, after giving up the lead in the second half, has reclaimed the lead. Troy Smith, the long pass to Gonzalez to get to the doorstep. And Antonio Pittman punches it into the end zone.
And Ohio State will go for 2.
Wow. It is 25-21. Ohio State leading Michigan. Pittman with his 6th touchdown of the season. And Troy Smith will snuggle under his center in the 2-point try. Smith with the ball, back to throw, looks, fakes left side, still with it, guns it left side, batted away from Ted Ginn in the middle of the end zone, and it's batted away by cornerback Morgan Trent. So the 2-point try is no good. Ohio State, however, has a 25-21 lead over Michigan with 24 seconds to play in the fourth quarter.
Well, did we leave too much time on the clock for Michigan? That is going to be the question here. Again, we got the wind to our back. Big advantage, as we saw there for Ohio State offensively in the third quarter. We could get anything done. Josh Houston, best thing he needs to do now, kick this thing deep. Michigan will have the ball to 20, and you better defend the sidelines.
Yes. Of course, Michigan found themselves in a position like this more time, but a position like this when they were playing Penn State earlier in the season.
Yeah, they did make that last-second catch by Mario Manningham. Of course, that was an overtime, wasn't it, Paul?
No, that was not overtime.
Exactly. That was
Iowa. They beat in overtime.
That's right.
Steve Preston and Jason Avant, wide right. Manningham motioning toward the line. First and 10, Michigan. Henne back to throw. Sets it as 12. Steps up, fires, and it's caught by Avant at his own 40. Leans forward to the 42 and makes the first down catch. Nate Sally and A.J. Hawk covering him. And Michigan will get right to the line of scrimmage with 18 seconds to play.
Buckeyes get 3 deep.
Wolverines have the ball at their own 42. Henne under his center, Adam Krause. Or they've changed centers, actually, and he'll spike the ball to stop the play. Mark Beal, as you said before, Jim, had come in. So Chad Henne clocks the ball to stop the clock with 17 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Avant wide left. Breston wide right. Manningham slot left. Grady at tailback, but Henne drops next to him at a shotgun. Chad Henne with the ball back at his 23. Looking left. Looking that way. Throws left side, and it's caught by the tight end.
Inbounds.
Who's grabbed by Tyler Everett and thrown down at Michigan's 44 with 7 seconds to play.
What are they calling?
I don't know what they're calling.
Game over.
Game over. The time ran out. Tyler Everett tackled the tight end in the field of play, and Ohio State has come from behind to win it. The officials in the final moments full of indecision. But the game comes to an end, and Ohio State clinches a share of the Big Ten title as they beat Michigan 25-21 in Ann Arbor. Jim Tressel does it to the Wolverines again, and despite their own difficulties, Ohio State comes from behind to beat their arch rivals.
Buckeyes down 18-12 in this game and 21-12 in this game, find a way to come back and get points in the fourth quarter when they need it. Jim Tressel now 4-1 as the head coach at Ohio State versus Michigan. Ties Francis Smith for the best record ever, best start ever in the first 5 games against Michigan.
Clear your necklaces for gold pants.
That's right.
25-21. Ohio State beats Michigan in Ann Arbor. That's the final score. We'll be back. This is the home of the Buckeyes.